We do not train to be merciful here. Mercy is for the weak. Here, on the street, in competition. A man confronts you, he is the enemy. An enemy deserves no mercy.
I want this chance to show you that your God in karate is so much nonsense. And that's quite easy to do.
I know Kung Fu.
Show me.
No, it wasn't even that. They were just like, oh no, he's crazy. He'll find me while I'm alone. And he's like,
oh, Jesus.
What the fuck did I just walk in on?
Oh, well, because we're talking Karate Kid, we're talking fight stories in school.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay, cool.
Yeah, apparently Cody threw a dude through some desks.
Yeah, and that was the last time anybody tried to fight me.
I think Lobo's just prone to violence.
And UTBABYA say he was gonna kill a guy in high school. So, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I was clearly the lover in this group. Well, all right.
That makes two of us. That makes two of us. I was chilling.
Okay, I can believe Justice. Taz, I've heard some of your war stories in high school.
Yeah.
I've never known anybody just to walk up to football players and smack the trays out of their food, smack the food trays out of their hands, hoping for a fight.
I mean, that wasn't Taz. That was someone else. Taz was a lover.
Yeah, sure it was.
Yeah. Taz just merely played the victim card and waited for sad, lonely Japanese men to teach me the way of the empty hand by teaching me techniques. And even though, again, I started all of those skirmishes, this nice, old, kind Japanese man still took me under his wing, taught me how to wash his cars, mop his floor, do free slave labor, but in return, he did teach me.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
And he did enable me to not only become a liar, a thief, and he also taught me how to cheat to win fights.
As I'm rewatching this film, I don't really think either one's worse than the other in the context of the movie.
I think it is questionable. Honestly, look at the time frame. At some point, Johnny would be like, "All right, you had enough. Like, just stop." And then,
yeah, we just need to go ahead and climb right into this rabbit hole. Let's go ahead and get this shit started.
You're just gonna keep going, so I'm gonna keep whooping your ass. Okay, cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another exciting edition of H8L Presents Fistfights and Fried Rice. I am your host, Taz, and this is episode 30, breaking down the truths, the myths, the facts, the fabrications, and fallacies of one, the Karate Kid. Joined with me this evening, I have once again an eclectic group of assholes who have no problem in telling the truth and speaking it as it is, as they see it from their own point of view. First and foremost, we have the Bastatch of the H8L, rolling 15 inches deep, the destroyer of all things ovaries, the man who lives on the hill that women's self-defense is absolute trash, and if you disagree, fight him. Lobo, welcome to the show, sir.
I was born ready.
Also joined with us this evening, a man who truly needs no introduction, the yin to my yang, my brother from another mother, as cool as the other side of the pillow, my spirit animal, the one, the only, UTBABYA.
This is the sound of my voice.
And it is amazing, sir. And of course, no show is complete without the connoisseur of combat sports, the Rain Man of martial arts, the self-appointed black man of Dagestan, Black Helwani himself, a one justice, wax on, wax off, magnificent.
Weakness does not reside on this podcast.
That was good.
Oh, gentlemen. Well, the time is finally upon us. We're 30 episodes in, and it's time that we climb down this rabbit hole, the Rocky Balboa of karate flicks, a one Karate Kid. Allow me to say, fuck Daniel LaRusso, fuck his entire family, Fuck that shitty ass station wagon. I can't speak for everybody else, but for myself, even though I'm gonna shit on it through and through, The Karate Kid is one of those all-time classics. Is definitely part of my movie collection. I rarely ever miss a chance to watch it whenever it's on television. I deeply and thoroughly enjoy aspects of the movie, especially now that I'm older and I'm able to spot all the inconsistencies and bullshit tactics from both sides. I'm glad to see that, damn near 30 years later, it's a franchise that's still going strong. I'm not going to go too much into that. We'll cover that later on. But just talking about the first Karate Kid, for me, it wasn't one of the movies that got me into martial arts. I was already doing martial arts long before I had ever watched the movie. But it is a movie that reminds me that no matter what, no matter how good you get at something, how many skills or techniques you learn, you should always keep training and always strive to be better. Because no matter what Miyagi taught him, he still was on the receiving end of ass whoopings throughout an entire movie. And that taught me the value of learning more martial arts and techniques than from just one person.
True.
Well said. Very well said. Yeah, he ran really deep. I was expecting more savagery and yeah.
Oh, that's gonna come.
Oh, it's
time.
coming.
I can feel
it's coming. It's coming. This is still the beginning of the show. I just want to get all the positivity out of the way first. So Lobo, I'll start with you, sir. Karate Kid. How do you feel about the overall message and story of this movie?
Overall message of the movie, I like it a lot. It's never giving up, keep going.
Is that what you took? That's what you took from that? Never give up and.
All right, fine.
Never surrender. That's what you got from that. I will say, not to interrupt you, but I will say that as much as I'm going to shit on this movie, it did have a great soundtrack.
That it did.
Cruel Summer and You're the Best, hands down, two of the greatest songs ever put onto a movie soundtrack of all time.
Definitely.
Justice, how about yourself? Your thoughts and feelings towards Karate Kid?
Watching it over the years, it gives you it really doesn't give you that feeling of you can overcome, you can come from the bottom, because again, Daniel LaRusso was catching ass whippings pretty much until the tournament. So if you really look at it,
he's catching ass whippings.
Yeah, even in the tournament, he still caught some L's. He really should have caught some L's, but it really just talked about, for me, it was just kind of like two opposite ends of the spectrum, but you only got one point of view, to be honest. Like, you got LaRusso's point of view and the lonely ass, war veteran, with some money, just befriended a little kid and with badass attitude. Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay. UTBABYA, same question to you, sir.
So this is really weird because, like, on watching this again, because I haven't seen it in a while, but on watching this again, the movie actually is pretty, I'd say, I guess, realistic in the way it portrays people, which sounds odd at first until you remember that, like, there's a scene where you find out about Miyagi's wife, where he's like getting drunk. Like, they show Miyagi drunk in like a drunken stupor. Like, he's a real person, not just some, trope, not just some narrative trope. And they kind of like, that's actually kind of true for all the characters. Like, even Kreese is, for as shitty as he is, he says no one's going to mess with Daniel until the tournament. Now, he's still a shitty guy, and then says, like, afterwards, if you don't show up, it's open season on both of you. But, like, what's interesting is, like, nobody is just the villain or just the hero, which, again, it's, when I remembered it, it didn't, it seemed like it was some, just bullshit, like, everything's clear cut. But then watching it again, I think it actually gives a pretty good treatment to all the characters.
I dig that. That was very well said, sir. Because they're all garbage people in my eyes. Every one of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of no can do.
Yeah. Daniel's son, to me, is absolute garbage. He's a garbage person. He has a garbage morale. His soul is doo-doo. He is absolute dog shit in my eyes. I have felt that way since I was a child. I felt that way throughout all the sequels. And I damn sure still feel that way today. I actually think he gives people from Jersey a bad name. I mean, probably debatable, but
yeah. I was about to say people from Jersey. Yeah.
He is garbage, absolute garbage.
Okay, so what are the most garbage things about him? Like, what are the most garbage things that he does?
Some of the garbage things that he does. Lies to Mr. Miyagi about having never taken or studied karate before when he took it in Jersey at the YMCA. That was a garbage move.
But he told him that. He said, I took a couple classes at the Y, but because like Miyagi comes in and he's like doing his kicks from that book.
Yeah, doing it out of a book.
Yeah, and Miyagi goes, "Oh, you learned by the book." And he's like, he was like, "Yeah, I took classes for a few months at the Y, but mostly, you know."
But then he sold a different story to the other kid that he hit in the face with the fence.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, say again? Which kid?
Remember the first kid he meets when he gets to the apartment complex and he does the world's shittiest sidekick on that fence and it hits the kid in the face and he falls over. And the kid's like, "Oh, wow, how'd you do that? You know, was that karate?" Yeah, he's got a whole different vibrato in regards to his experience and training in karate than that of when he first met Mr. Miyagi. Garbage.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a little, I don't know.
Garbage.
I don't know.
Garbage.
Like no one's ever tried to make themselves tired.
Garbage.
Yeah, but he didn't even do it that much. Like he was kind of like more just like looking around at the place, trying to take it in, because like I think it was. Remember, his mom was like, "Oh, this place is gonna be nice," and then he was like, "It's kind of a dumpy place." And then this dude's like chatting him up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I took a little taekwondo, and you know."
Garbage.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Garbage.
Okay, so do you have any other points?
Oh, I'm gonna be bouncing around quite a bit. This nice gentleman takes Daniel's son under his fucking wing and invites him to this fucking beach party where he doesn't fucking know anybody, and then decides to awkwardly stare at a girl with the creepy fucking creepo eyes. And even when that dude flat out tells him, "Hey, that chick's out of your league, leave that shit alone," he does it anyway, which is fine. We're all guilty of it. All of us dudes, we're all guilty of it. When he
hold on though.
Okay.
She was looking back, and then at night, like right before the altercation happens, the dudes are like, "Yo, the blonde is looking at you," and
yeah, they're gassing him up.
It showed her looking at him a couple times in that whole montage, and then when he kicks the soccer ball over there, the girls give it to her. Like, it was clearly implied that she was interested.
See, I didn't read it as that. I read that as her dickhead friends just put her on the spot and was like, "Hey."
Nah, because she was staring at him the whole. She was giving him the eye.
Well, to me, it goes back to the old saying: "How do you know I'm looking at you unless you're looking at me?" I'm saying if she sees him looking at her, she looks back.
Yeah.
Okay. They share some smiles. I'm okay with that. Fine. Now, to me, I take that as a sign if a girl is holding the ball, we're having small talk, and then she kicks that bitch damn near into the ocean. To me, the conversation is done.
But that's not even. That's so
garbage.
They were. But hey, man, hold on though, because they were talking before that. The only reason she kicked the ball super hard was because Johnny and his friends showed up. She saw them and knew that he would make a big scene out of it because he saw her talking to this new guy,
which makes her garbage too.
Which makes her actually, I would say, smart for not wanting to pull this new kid into some fucking altercation with her shitty ex-boyfriend.
Or she could have just, got her fucking tits up and been like, "Hey, I'm sort of kind of talking to this dude showing up on his fucking motorcycle. I don't want to have any problems. Can you step the fuck off?"
Right.
Well, yeah, that would be the right thing to do, but then we wouldn't have a
garbage.
You're talking about teenagers, man.
I don't give a fuck.
I'll say this to that.
Yes, teenagers.
I'll say
what,
this.
18, 19 in this movie?
Hell no.
No,
In
they're
high
like
school?
16.
Mm-mm.
They're like
No,
they're
no,
like
it's
17.
their final year of high school.
Yeah, so they're 17.
Are they there?
Roundabout 17. Because it's the tournament's under 18.
Garbage.
All right, yeah. Okay, so that's 2 kind of points. You have a third.
So yeah, I think kind of like they were doing that to her as kind of like a joke. Oh, ha ha ha! There's a new kid.
Mhm.
You know, go take the damn ball over there. It
Oh.
wasn't.
No, because they saw her looking at him. That's why. Go
But
back
even-
and rewatch the montage. She's staring at him like 4 different times.
Right, but
Staring
even
at her
when
for
like they're
4
walking
different
through the
times.
halls of the school, that girl
Mm-hmm.
is like one of the friends are like, "Oh, you gonna like you're talking to the dorky new guy that got his ass whooped on the beach."
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the bitchy
dark hair-
friend.
yeah, the
that's
bitchy
the
friend.
bitchy
That is
friend in
Poe's
every
ass
group.
whooping, though.
Yeah, the dark-haired bitchy friend. That's the
She's
that's the girl in
garbage,
every
too.
single group of girls who just hates everything.
Garbage. Garbage.
That's
Absolute
Daria.
Well, the story
garbage.
is
So yeah, so okay, again. So here's the thing. Okay, you're new, right? So guy comes up to the girl, say, "Hey, you know, let's talk." She don't want to talk.
Yeah. Actually, she
He
did.
throws down the radio. I mean, she said she would talk to him.
Oh, you're talking about John.
Yeah.
Okay, John. Yeah.
Yeah, on the beach. I would talk. You give my radio back. He throws the radio on the ground. Somebody calls himself to be Captain Saberho. He runs over there and says, "Oh, here's your radio. Here's your
Well, now-
radio."
Yeah.
Instead of being like, "Oh shit, okay, hey, I'm the new guy." You know, it's like 5 guys behind you. Like, hey, what the hell's going on? Are they together or they were a thing?
Or,
Like,
or
who's these
maybe
damn
let
guys?
them try to work that shit out amongst themselves without interjecting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Garbage. But he had to
I will
stroll
say
in
that.
there like garbage. Garbage.
that's just going to be the number 1 word for this
Fuck.
podcast right now.
Fuck Danielson. He is absolute fucking garbage. Absolute garbage.
So he was dumb when it came to his timing for the radio thing. Like, obviously, when you got a dude who's like aggro like that, maybe like, as long as he's not like doing some shit that you actually do have to step in.
No.
for.
Now I will say this: Johnny is also garbage. First
Yeah.
off, you're a
Yep.
dickhead for showing up to the fucking beach party on your fucking motorcycle, kicking sand and shit everywhere. Fuck you. You're garbage.
That you weren't even invited to.
Exactly, that you weren't even invited
Yep.
to. You and the rest of the fucking Get Along gang, you're all garbage. All of you. You're all garbage.
Yep.
Absolute pure
So, yeah,
trash.
So yeah, I never crashed a party before.
Not with my motorcycle, no.
No.
I
Man,
didn't walk into a party spraying a fucking water bottle everywhere.
Man,
Like,
I
didn't.
crashed
I didn't
parties on a
really
damn
flip
swing
the
bike, man. In high school.
Yeah,
See,
but were you?
But were you kicking dirt in people's faces, and was it 7 or
Yep.
8 of you strong doing it?
Oh no, when we pulled up, we was talking shit. We had beer in our hand.
I see. I would have respected that. I would have respected if he'd have just pulled up and was just talking shit and was already intoxicated. I could have dealt with that. He deliberately crashed his party, deliberately fucking sprayed fucking dirt everywhere with his fucking dirt bike, and him and the rest of the fucking Goonies, they're all doing that shit. Garbage move. You see this chick is clearly not trying to fucking talk to you. She flat out tells you,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to talk to you. His exact words, well, I want to talk to you. Snatches her fucking radio. Dickhead move. Garbage person move. Then has the
He's
audacity
trying to fight for
to
his
throw
girl,
the
man.
shit in the fucking sand. Garbage fucking move. So right now I have three individuals.
That's a temper tantrum.
Yeah, I
That's
have
straight up temper
three
tantrum.
individuals now who are displaying acts of absolute garbage because they're garbage fucking people. I have the resident fucking bully with his horrible knockoff Michael Jackson fucking jacket. I got fucking, Blondie McFucking Blonster just sitting on the fucking beach. And by the way, I wasn't really feeling her beach attire, but that's, I guess that's an argument for a different day. I felt she could have been a little more chill and more relaxed. She clearly wasn't planning on going into the fucking water, but whatever. And then you got fucking, goddamn Jersey King over there, who by his quote unquote, by either, I can't remember if it was either him or his mom's admission that supposedly he had a fucking temper. Yeah, okay, sure. Anyway, this dude interjects himself as we've now caught back up. He's interjects himself. Dude's like, who the fuck are you? What the fuck are you doing here? I'm trying to talk to this girl. Get the fuck out of here. And this dude doing his best cool man routine. Hey man, that's all good. No, it's just, I'm just trying to give her back her radio. First off, why would you not hand the radio back to her directly? Why just stand there and fucking hold that shit? But again, that's,
I
that's
think
me.
he did, and then Johnny stepped between them. Because remember, Johnny grabbed the radio and then threw it into Daniel's chest.
I feel like that was not a throw. I felt like that was a gentle push.
Okay, it
with
was
the radio.
First. It was the first attack in an altercation.
See, I don't know if I consider that an attack.
That is assault with that is aggravated assault.
I don't know. I felt like Danielson was just a little weak-kneed on that one, and
if you throw something at someone and it hits them in the chest.
Throw is kind of a strong word.
Fair, Johnny is like a foot taller than him.
Throw is kind of a strong word.
Sorry, he didn't actually throw it. No, he shoved him with the radio. That's more accurate.
I feel he aggressively handed it to him.
No,
and in true pussified ways, he stumbled backwards in the sand like the garbage that he is. You say potato,
he did kind of tell him to back off and leave the radio on the ground. He did say that.
He gave him fair warning, which, by the way, I will admit, was a garbage move. That wasn't even your fucking radio.
Well, it's not his radio.
Exactly.
So,
garbage move.
Isn't that?
Garbage move. I think we're all in agreement there that was garbage.
Can we all disagree that no one made the right decision in this context?
No one made the right decision in this entire fucking movie.
That's what I mean.
But realistically speaking, if I'm
which is very accurate for teenagers.
If I'm go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say?
No, I was saying if I'm arguing with my ex or trying to get back with my ex or my girlfriend, whatever it is, and somebody come over and interject themselves, yeah, I'm probably gonna whip your ass.
Yeah, you're gonna get fucking annoyed.
Yeah, you're super pissed off.
Yeah.
Realistically, I'm not saying it's right, but realistically speaking,
and I totally agree with you.
I mean, if I'm trying to do that, I'm not doing it at a fucking beach party where everybody's trying to hang out.
Agreed. But again, we're talking about 16, 17-year-old prepubescent fucking kids who
idiots.
Are just being fucking moronic. So we agree to disagree in regards to the shoving or throwing of the radio into Danielson's bird chest. I'm not
saying
feel
he
it's
didn't
assault.
catch it like a bitch. I'm
Okay.
just saying he did shove him with it.
Okay, we'll agree that he aggressively shove-handed the radio to the point where Danielson's bitch ass fell down into a mound of sand, to where he then gets up to display the world's worst karate.
It was right.
Someone help me understand, what was that weird karate guard Danielson was doing? Like one hand low, one hand high?
That's what happens when an actor tries to assume a fighting stance.
That was one of those I saw this on TV once moments.
I gotcha. Okay, that's fair. To which he then attempts to, I guess you can call it an attack, or I guess, all depending on how you look at it, defend himself. I personally feel it was a true attack, to which
it was an attack.
Johnny, being the skilled black belt that he is, decided to merely sidestep and allow this clumsy idiot to trip over a leg that never moved.
Yep.
Not once, but twice. To the point where then he proceeds to, like a true coward bitch, sucker punch him in the nose and then shout, "We're even, man. We're even." Are we? Are we even? Nah, we're not even in the slightest bit. Now, I do admit, Johnny went a little overboard. The 3 or 4 fucking kicks was a little extreme. You could have just...
Was it, though?
It was. It was.
Well,
come on.
If someone was actually throwing those kicks, who, knew how to throw those kicks, then yeah, that's overboard. But, for him...
he didn't want to mess up that Michael Jackson jacket. I felt like he was just lightly throwing
he was
him out
kicking
there.
like Michael Jackson. That's why he needed all those kicks.
Like he was just lightly.
Yeah.
I felt like he was lightly kicking him. I feel like he only put some stank on the last one to the gut.
Yeah.
And again, that is true. And again, I will say, he walked up to him, hey, buddy, you had enough. Look, chill out.
He did.
I don't want no trouble. and you got up off the
It was a little
ground.
more aggressive than that.
You
It was
got
a little
up
more
off the
aggressive.
ground and snuck me and punched me in the nose, and proceeded to get in your fighting stance. Like, okay, come on, let's do it. No,
He did invite
No, it's not-
he did invite that ass whooping.
right? He didn't say it wasn't. And even like
Yeah.
the first kick to the stomach, he was like, I mean, I could see him being like, all right, that's enough in his own weird way.
Right.
No, it wasn't like, oh man, I'm sorry I had to do it to you, but it was like, hey man, you interrupted me and my girl, so I had to show you a couple of things. But now you get up and punch me in the nose, and then put your hands up like you want some more. Yeah, I'll whoop your ass.
If I'm on the, if like I stumble and I'm on the ground, and someone just stands where they are and goes, "Have you had enough?" That's one thing. If they walk all the way up to me and are like threateningly leaning over me and going, "You had enough, bitch! You getting leg locked?"
Bro, he might have just
Like-
been aggressively trying to help you off the ground.
yeah, exactly. That's what it was.
He might just have an
Okay,
aggressive
'cause he-
manner about himself.
Here's how I see it, because if they were the quote, school bullies, Cobra Kai, blah, 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 why nobody rushed over there to the other kids and said, "Hey, is this your guy?"
That's a good point.
Because the guys went after he got beat up. The guy was like, "Oh man, who's this guy you brought around? He just got his ass whooped. Like,
Oh
what
yeah,
is he doing?"
they were fucking
Right, they were the
breezy.
ones.
They
like,
were breezy like that. It was
They was like, "Oh, you the worst, man. Where'd you get this damn guy from?
Garbage.
Send him back to
people.
New Jersey."
Garbage.
Those guys were the ones to look out for, not the Cobra Kai guys.
I agree with you.
Those are guys that left him hanging pretty much, because he was like,
yep.
"I'm with
Yeah.
y'all."
Yeah.
But you didn't see Johnny. Johnny and what's his name? They didn't run over
Yeah,
and be like,
you
"Oh,
know what? They straight up bitched out. All
did
of
they
them.
though?"
Whoa,
did they
whoa.
Or did they just? Or did they just say, "All right, this ain't like you ain't my homeboy. I just meant you. I ain't."
Oh
finna go."
no! I don't mean they had to fight. I mean like they didn't say they didn't let him know. They weren't like yo. Nah, this is not the one for you.
I kind of got the impression that it wouldn't have mattered. His mind was already fucking made up, and the dude that brought him to the party had already saw that.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's how I'm spinning that.
Maybe. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. He saw the writing on the wall and was
You
like,
spin it that
"This
way. You spin it that
motherfucker
way?
right
All
here
right.
is trouble."
All right.
Okay, I see what's happening here. He's about to get us all shot the fuck up. Man, Cobra Kai gonna fucking kick down my fucking treehouse. They're about to they're gonna fucking take all this dirt from the beach and just take it to school and throw it in my hair and shit. This is fucking bullshit. Why they invite this fucking prick to this party? Fuck. Garbage, people. Garbage. Allie herself is garbage. Pure garbage. I felt like communicate. And again, UTBABYA, you make a good point. You're dealing with teenage girls, teenage boys. I get it. The communication that's needed isn't necessarily going to be there. I completely get it. I really do. But if you have this fear of your ex-boyfriend so bad that you feel the need to kick the ball far away to get this guy to get away from you so that way you don't get, he doesn't get his ass kicked, it probably would have behooved her to just be like, "Hey, we're locking eyes. You're looking at me. I'm looking at you. Hey, different time, different place. Maybe we could have talked, but I'm going through some relationship shit right now. Now's not the time." And granted, if that had happened, we wouldn't have a fucking movie. But I'm just simply saying, in terms of communication, that would have been the smarter fucking play.
Or even, or even just this. Hey, hold on, I got to deal with my ex real quick.
Bam.
Just that. Just fucking say that.
And stay out of it while I'm dealing with this.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. You need like 16 words. Done.
I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
We're talking about women.
Ooh.
I gotta take one for the team. No woman does that.
Finally, I'm not alone on the no filter list. Finally.
What woman, teenage girl, is gonna say, "Oh, I see somebody I like. I got a little issue over here with my boyfriend or girlfriend." In history,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh no, Allie definitely liked the attention that shit brought.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I really don't think she didn't have a problem with it until Danielson was left face first in the fucking sand because he got knocked dick down into the fucking dirt.
What was interesting is that she's still into him after that.
I guess that's one way of reading that.
I think the other way
No,
around.
no. She straight up was still into him, at school the next day or whatever.
When she
was into him.
when she asked if he was okay after getting his ass whooped.
No, I'm saying like after that.
Oh, okay.
Like at school, when they saw each other next after that shit. She was still into him, which was just weird to me.
I took that as she just enjoyed two dudes fighting over her.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh yeah, of course she did.
I'm really not convinced
mate.
she was really into either one of them, to be honest with you. Thought she had a thing for Miyagi.
Wait, what?
She was working Daniel to get to Miyagi.
Damn right. Trying to
get to that.
Trying to get those free karate lessons.
To get to that sweet geriatric Okinawan.
Hey man, sugar babies are a thing.
Oh, that's true.
Oh man.
Like,
Now I do admit some of the bullying might have gone a little far, but I feel it's gone far on both sides because I feel in a way they both bullied each other.
Mm-hmm. Well, they just didn't know when to fucking quit.
Exactly.
So the next day when they're playing soccer in gym or the soccer tryouts, which is, by the way, where she goes up to him and is like, "Hey, blah 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 blah." But right in front
of that dude's whole entire clique.
When the Cobra Kai dude slide tackles Daniel,
a legal move, by the way.
It was. I'm pretty sure he got all ball. I think that was a.
It was.
He actually
he got the ball. He actually did not clip his legs at all. That was a legit legal move.
And even if he did get him a little on that, hey, you just get him back next time.
Dude, fuck getting it back. That's a legal slide tackle.
No, what I'm saying is, if you don't like the way he played, then you play rough the next time.
Oh yeah, exactly. I completely agree with you.
Yeah, that's how sports go.
But instead, like a true garbage person, he decides to hit him with the world's sloppiest double leg takedown and sucker punch him.
Mm-hmm. The shittiest ground and pound in the world. Didn't do a single lick of damage.
That's that New Jersey fighting style.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah, so fuck him. He got fucking butthurt. He got fucking butthurt because dude slid tackled the fucking ball away from him, and then decides now is my moment to get my balls up and attack him.
Yeah, that was bitch shit.
It was.
Shit.
Yeah, you're trying to have a big boy moment.
So I think we're pretty much all in agreement on that one. That in terms of the quote unquote bullying, that one was completely. It was a justifiable move, but it was completely irrational on Daniel's fucking part to attack him the way that he did. Like a true
that was the temper. That was the temper coming out.
That was that Jersey temper.
And then what's weird is so he gets kicked out of the tryouts, and then literally the next day at lunch, she comes up to him in the lunch line and is like, "Hey, hi, how are you? Do you not realize this guy's kind of a problem?" Yeah. Oh, a girl who likes a dude with personality defects? What? Yeah. That's not a thing. What are you talking about? That makes no sense. I've never seen that before.
I'm just not cool with Danielson playing the victim card. Because I felt even when the first time he met Miyagi fixing the fucking kitchen sink or whatever the fuck it was he was fixing, I felt like even then he was trying to tug on that old man's heartstrings. Practicing his shitty ass karate moves out of a book in his fucking living room. Fuck him. Fucking garbage. What a fucking garbage person. God damn it. Just fuck. Fuck him. He does nothing redeeming this entire fucking film. And then poor Miyagi, who's probably escaping some type of war crimes or who knows what his fucking backstory is. This poor old man, takes it upon himself to befriend this fucking prick, all because Danielson decides to keep chasing after a fucking girl that's not his. Which and UTBABYA is right. She is the one that's still throwing it his way. So I can't blame it entirely on Daniel-san. He's got some urges, and she's throwing it his way. He's like, you know what? Maybe slide tackles and ass whoopings are worth it. Maybe just maybe. I'm the new kid in town. I'm trying to get some of that California tail.
She was throwing it at him. Like, that's...
full on baseball pitch. She was hurling that shit at him.
100%.
Yeah.
Even after that sweet old man made him a dope ass fucking Halloween costume, this fucking kid
Yeah.
couldn't leave well enough alone.
This is the other one. Mm-hmm.
This fucking kid.
Oh yeah, that's right. Things died down.
Yeah, things died down. It was over. It was over. It was a dead issue. Johnny backed off. The rest of the fucking Goonies backed off. After you get smacked up for doing a legal slide tackle, maybe this kid might have problems. Maybe we should leave this fucking kid alone. And I feel like for the most part they did that. And they're minding their own business, and for whatever reason, somebody got the great idea, hey, let's all dress exactly alike for this fucking Halloween party, which I never really understood why all of us had to dress like skeletons, but whatever. Fine. Whatever.
Why not again?
Yeah,
they can't have personal identities themselves.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. That's the 80s. You could dress it like without, people talking shit to you in the 80s. So I enjoyed that part. Just me personally.
I might make
maybe
a shower costume for Halloween this year.
Maybe. I mean, that'd be pretty dope.
Right.
But again, this sweet old man makes him this dope-ass fucking Halloween costume because he clearly has no friends because he's fucking alienated himself from everybody for being a fucking douche, like a true garbage person that he is.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. Like in the like month and a half or whatever between school starting and like Halloween, he
made no friends.
Doesn't make any friends.
Which to me speaks volumes of his character as a person, which just reaffirms that he's garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody wants to hang with garbage. So anyway, this fuckstick piece of garbage decides he's going to ruin everyone's fucking night by being a completely piece of shit and picking on the one dude who he knows could beat his ass.
The one dude who's more than willing
That's
to
what I'm
beat his
saying.
ass.
Out of everybody in that fucking clique, you decide I'm going to go for the leader. And I'm going to go for the one that already has a history of whooping my ass. And on top of that, he ruins his fucking joint. You bitch. To me, I am convinced that is why Johnny flipped out the way that he did. I don't think he gave a fuck about the water. It's the fact that you ruined his fucking J. Like, you ruined his fucking joint. This has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you at all. Do you know how hard it is in the fucking 80s to just get you a perfectly rolled joint?
Also,
That's not
under 18, so that's probably expensive to him.
That's not easy shit to fucking come by. You don't just get perfectly rolled and perfectly packed fucking joints at 16 or 17 years old in fucking high school during the school dance. Man, fuck you, Daniel-san. You're
But
garbage.
was that his fault though?
I'm sorry.
Was
it whose fault?
Wait, I mean, LaRusso's fault, or was he kind of coerced into doing that? Because that's what I feel.
Oh no, he took it upon himself like a true garbage person to take a fucking hose and hook it to a fucking water spigot and splash this dude. No one urged him to do it.
Not exactly. She kind of said, on, dude. She kind of said something.
No,
she kind of said
bro.
She said, "I wish someone would like get them back," and he said, "Well, you know what goes around comes around."
Exactly.
And then he ran out, and he was like, "Oh, I guess he got what was coming to him." Yeah.
The more we talk about this, the more I realize she's the real villain.
Actually, that's
you know what?
She's the real villain.
I can co-sign on that.
Everything about her. Now that I'm thinking of it again, yeah, everything about her is just red flag-ish. Yeah, just like the little comments here and there, and then shit like that one dude who like rolls by in that nice car in the parking lot, and she like, who the fuck is that guy? Who is that guy, and why is he so comfortable asking her if she wants a ride when there's a dude right there? And he also looked much older than him being in high school. Like
that motherfucker was definitely in college.
Whoa, what was that about?
I think he was graduating college.
Yeah, I think she might have been a little little
Hooer.
a little hooer.
She might have been a
Horrible person.
Horrible person.
Horrible.
Yes.
Yeah, she has horrible characteristics.
But
Yes.
but not only does this fucking piece of shit ruin a perfectly good Jay and ruin the fucking party for everybody, let us not forget that this fucking maniac causes a multi-car pileup
Oh yeah.
and doesn't take responsibility for his fucking actions at all.
Yeah, I wonder how much monetary damage plus like hospital fees,
Thousands of
like a
dollars.
broken arm or some shit.
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
This is why we need McGriddles.
Those motherfuckers should be packing their shit and heading back to fucking Jersey. They need to be trying to escape the law right now. That fucking kid is a menace to
Possible
fucking
felon.
society. He causes a multi-car fucking pileup, doesn't apologize to anybody, doesn't take accountability for his fucking actions, and on top of that, doesn't even stay to deal with the consequences. Instead, he runs with a fucking shower curtain on, wondering why he can't fucking see, piss poorly tries to climb a fence to where he is then rightfully beaten as he should be.
I would actually agree with that. This ass whooping needed to happen.
Yeah, this ass whooping
Yeah.
was justified.
So the ass whooping was justified, but then they take
this
it
point.
further than they should because the only kid who's the voice of reason in that group goes, "Hey man, look, he can't even stand up on his own. It's done." And then Johnny's like, "No, it's done when I say it's done." Because again, everybody in this movie is a trash human being,
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
except for that one dude.
Except for
that
the
dude,
one
guy. He's
fucking
like,
that one fucking kid was like, "Hey man, we got
That's
him."
ain't cool.
Nah,
it's
man,
over.
Nah.
But you know what the funny part was? Wasn't the kid that was the voice of reason the same one that was on the soccer field?
Yeah, I think that was
Yeah.
that kid,
He was the same one.
and I think did he do something at the tournament too, where he was?
Yeah, he
like, the
apologized.
voice of reason.
He apologized for jumping in the
Yeah.
air and kicking his leg.
Yes, that was it. I'm pretty sure that was the same guy.
He was the only one with a fucking conscience in
Only
this
one
movie.
with a conscience.
So yeah, they
He was
cornered this kid.
Jiminy Cricket.
They beat his fucking ass. It's clearly fucking over. And this is where I have to agree with you 110%. It's fucking over. This kid can't stand. It's over. I could have understood it more if Johnny was like, no, it's over when I say it's over because, you know, my mom was in that car or my grandma ran into a fucking, you know, stop sign. I could understand then why he would want to kick the soul out of this motherfucker. And clearly he knows something that we all don't know because he kicked a goddamn chain link fence so hard that a sign broke. But alas, here comes...
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, man. Here comes Captain Save-A-Ho, LaRusso edition. Here comes fucking Musashi. Here comes the fucking Last Samurai. You know, the fucking Lone Wolf and Cub shows the fuck up to dick kick a bunch of teenage dudes.
Technically, just one. He only dick kicked one.
I believe that's assault on several
That's
minors.
that's very much assault.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're all spending the fucking weekend in the fucking holding cell. Not you, Daniel, son. You're holding here to your fucking
not getting
arraignment
out
because
for
you
that.
caused fucking multi-car pileup.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel's going to be in there for a while.
To which then turns into the strangest yet most heartfelt friendship in movie history of a snot-nosed kid who learns the meaning of discipline and self-defense by way of slave labor.
All right, paint my fence. Now wax my car.
You know what I will give the writers of this movie credit. They genuinely took legit Okinawan martial arts techniques and applied it in a way in which that even the most novice of novice or noobs of noobs could fucking understand how that would actually be applicable in self-defense situations. So for that, I give them credit for.
Yep.
But LaRusso
Yeah,
is
I
still
agree.
garbage. He is still garbage. And that brings me to Miyagi, the fucking enabler, taking it upon himself to be like, hey, so those guys are picking on you, huh? Yeah, well, I've just taught you some karate shit. Or I'm in the process of teaching you some karate shit. I mean, you're painting my fence and washing my cars. You know, Let's go to the dojo where they train and ask them politely to stop. I'm not your dad, by the way, but let me take it upon myself to put you under my wing and sun you. Allow me to bask into this glory. Let's walk off into the sunset together. Let us walk into this Cobra Kai dojo, and we will ask them politely. What is the worst that could happen? So they stroll up into the fucking mini mall, and there's Cobra Kai, and they just walk the fuck in, and dude's teaching his class. You know, Mr. Lawrence, do we have a problem? Whisper, whisper, whisper. That's the old guy that kicked me in the fucking dick. That guy right there, that short midget fuck, he kicked me right in the dick. Ruined my fucking Halloween costume. I'm never going to be able to wear it again. And on top of that, I lost that joint you gave me. Bullshit. We are then introduced to Kreese.
Oh yeah, Kreese was the plug, I bet.
The greatest karate teacher known to man. Because Kreese has all the fucking answers. This guy gets it. He walks over to Miyagi and just insults this kid to his fucking face right in front of Miyagi like a true G. And in the moment of what the fuck, Miyagi realizes, oh, I'm standing in front of a real nigga right now. Oh shit. You know what? You know what? We're gonna do the tournament. Yes, the tournament. Kreese in a true master's vision is like, hey, guys, class, students, compadres, no one touches this fucking prima donna into the tournament, or else you're gonna fucking answer to me, and I'm gonna fuck you up. Do we understand? And as a collective whole, they're like, yes, fuck yeah, we understand. What I enjoyed was you could see the true nature of Miyagi and his teachings, as when they're leaving the dojo, they back their way out.
Yes, that was very.
Noticed that the street time.
To me, that was telling as fuck.
So, okay,
Let's back the fuck out of here. Like, man, you fucked with this group? The fuck were you thinking?
Like the Kool-Aid guy from Family Guy. Just slowly backs out, looking side to side.
Miyagi turned into that Homer gif where he disappears back into the bushes.
Yep.
Yeah. So we then are introduced into the world of Miyagido Karate, which consists of, once again, slave labor, cut-off jean shorts, headbands, the occasional drunk nights, paint the fence. Yeah. Oh, and weird and weird baths where you take some type of frothy whatever and put it in your water and it fizzes up and you just put that on all of your wounds and ointments and you're fine. And we're also introduced into the demon hands. And that is what I refer to it as, the demon hands. Yes, Daniel's son has like a sore shoulder, and he's kind of being a little bitch about it.
Oh yeah, he rubs his hand together and puts it on there.
You hear the infamous clap and the rubbing of the hands together. And this dude, man, guess he's got that fucking wonder touch because man, he was right as rain right after that shit. We then fast forward to the tournament, and this is where I truly are understanding that everyone's garbage. Oh, shit, I missed a whole section of him being a dickhead.
When Johnny forces his tongue down Allie's throat to piss off Daniel, and then Daniel acts like a fucking douchebag afterwards, and then he just like goes up to her at the fucking. He finds her at the I don't know, carnival or wherever the fuck they were.
Some weird
like boardwalk
fair.
Yeah, some boardwalk games or whatever. He like goes and stalks her to like, I don't know, I guess apologize. He's a complete dick to her. And then like literally just the scene cuts and then she's outside standing by a fountain, like a fence around a fountain. And then he goes up and it goes, I guess I was a jerk. And then all of a sudden she's fine with him. She's like, yeah, I guess so. You were a jerk.
Well, here's the thing.
Flirt, laugh.
She
like,
gets assaulted
what the fuck is happening?
Well, you got to understand. You can only give your cuck the cold shoulder for so long, or else they stop becoming your cuck. And that's exactly what Daniel's son was. He was an absolute cuck.
It was He was, yeah. Well, and like he made that comment about like, oh, I guess you only like dudes with like fancy cars and blah blah blah. I'm like, hey man, be more of a fucking asshole right now. That'll
someone refresh my memory. Why were they at that fucking clubhouse together again?
Oh, so they were going on a date.
That's what I thought.
She had to go to this thing that her parents, like the club,
right,
that her parents were at, and she was like, "I'll leave. I should be done around 9:30." And then she's like 10 minutes late, and so Daniel goes in. Daniel, who just has zero fucking patience. It's like 10. She's 10 minutes late getting out,
Cuck.
And so he decides he needs to go infiltrate through the kitchen, and then goes up to the kitchen door and peers through the window, which is when Johnny, who has like forcibly kept her there to finish the dance with him so he can try and talk to her. Johnny sees Daniel, and so he goes, "Hey, I'll take this opportunity to force myself on my ex-girlfriend."
No, allow me to say this. We here at H8L do not condone forcing your tongue down a woman's throat.
No,
without
no,
consent.
do not do that.
Don't do that.
No matter who you are.
Regardless of your karate, don't do that.
Mm-hmm. Nope, just not to be done. And then Daniel knocks over half the waitstaff in the kitchen, gets an entire bowl of pasta all over him. And then the entire club decides that that's really funny that some kid fell down in the kitchen, and like everyone in the club is like laughing at him, which was a really weird way to go with that.
I thought that they were laughing because how dare you sneak through the kitchen in all white? What were you?
Well,
thinking?
I think they're laughing because he's poor. And
that is like the rich country club.
Exactly.
And the cuck.
I think that's why they're laughing. Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare the peasants try and come in through the kitchen?
Ooh, how dare you think he's one of those socialites?
He's a cuck. All right, so after the entire country club acknowledges that he's a cuck, and he makes his way to... I'm going to skip over the whole being given a car thing, because I'm still not able to wrap my head around that. The only thing I can think of is that clearly Miyagi was having a fever dream or flashbacks of the war and just didn't understand what was going on. And at that moment in time, he just decided, you know what? I'm going to teach you the words bonsai, and you can show up to your date in this dope-ass car because she likes nice cars. Again, stemming back to Allie being the problem.
It was his birthday, and also I thought the scene, like the few scenes before that when Miyagi was drunk, and it was like his the anniversary of like his wife's anniversary, he and his wife's anniversary, and it was showing that like, you know, she and his child like died in childbirth, that like that was setting up that like Daniel is like, you know, he's like a son, he's like the closest thing he has to a son, and so that's why he feels like he wants to do all this shit for him. So he gives him a car.
He feels the need to enable all this toxic environment and enable this bad behavior. I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
This movie takes place within a couple months.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In just a handful of months, I'm willing to go to prison for beating up children for you, and on top of that, I'm now going to look at you as the closest thing I have to a son. And by the way, here's a car. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
I feel like...
he did do a bunch of labor for him, so
I feel like
maybe he kind of earned the car.
Here's a car.
I feel like that talk went a different way. I really do. I feel like that talk was more like, hey, Daniel, it's your birthday coming up. Why don't you get up back on them jean shorts? Yeah. Get on out there and paint that fence. Oh, yeah. I want you to climb up on the hood of the car. Yeah. You know what Miyagi likes.
Getting real weird.
Yeah, don't you tell anybody either, motherfucker. Yeah.
Getting real strange now.
You want that car, right? You want girls to like you, right? What I tell you about the war, sometimes you just got to do things.
I mean, obviously Miyagi had money and didn't care. He obviously.
Yeah.
I guess that's one way to spend that.
Chaz, that's a hot take you got there.
Yeah, really hot.
No, I'm not calling. I'm not calling that hot. No.
No. Not that hot.
No, that's not hot at all. So then we fast forward to the tournament where this motherfucker truly shows how much of an enabler he is. Not only am I going to have you sign up for a division that you have never been in. You have no business being in. But on top of that, we're going to lie on your paperwork. We're going to lie on your forms. We're going to lie about everything. We're going to steal someone else's black belt. And I'm going to hand it to your newfound little girlfriend, to which she'll then hide it under her skirt or under her sweater or wherever the fuck she hid it. And we're going to enter you in the black belt division, a division you have not earned the right to be in. And this is where I truly feel where Miyagi fails him. Let's just say, what if? What if that first fight, Daniel-san gets on that mat, doesn't know rat shit from Rice Krispies, kid throws a spinning heel kick, hits him in the fucking temple, and now he can't walk and he has to eat through a fucking straw and he has to use like a pencil on a fucking push pad in order to be able to speak. That'd be Miyagi's fault.
Oh, damn, I should have taught him how to fight.
That's Miyagi's fault. Mm-hmm. They didn't bother to look up the rules of this tournament. And I have gotten into heated debates with people. I'm not going to get to the crane kick just yet, but there's a part of this tournament that really bothers me. And the part is when it comes to direct face contact. There are clearly shots to the head, but they're all being done either to the side of the head or very top of the head. And I feel like if they have just read the rules, they would have learned that. Because there's a moment during, I know I'm skipping ahead, but I'm going to go back. There's a moment during their fight with Johnny where the action stops so Kreese can look at Johnny's nose. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because what caused that? Direct contact to the face. Direct contact to the face, and the action was halted and the action was stopped. Can we all agree on that thus far?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're all in agreement on that thus far. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that, yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I see UTBABYA is staying quiet, but I understand. Okay.
It's,
okay.
Yeah, I suppose. I thought it was just for blood. So I thought they stopped it just for blood.
No, it was the direct contact that caused it.
No, but there were other people getting cracked in the face before, like, throughout the entire montage.
Not dead on the fucking nose, not dead in the mouth.
I don't know. I think there was some face contact. I thought they stopped it because
in those tournaments, you cannot hit direct to the face. You can hit the side of the head, you can hit the top of the head, not direct contact to the face.
That is weird.
Not really, because you think about what do they have on their hands?
No, I get it. Nothing. I get it. But like, boy, that's I mean, okay, I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, can't have direct contact to the face. Just want to throw that out there. Sorry, so now we rewind back. Daniel-san's flubbing the fuck around. He has no idea what the fuck he's doing, and by the grace of God, he is somehow flubbing his way to the semifinals. Okay. There's a number of things I find wrong with that. One, that is an absolute insult to every single person Daniel-san faced prior to facing the Cobra Kai guys. That's insulting. Oh, yeah. Absolutely fucking insulting.
Yeah, what kind of pool was this tournament coming
dude, for
from?
real. Two,
like you're in fucking California. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like you're in like the mecca of fucking of fighting. You can't tell me like these are the schools that showed up. So the only decent fighters are the ones that went up against Cobra Kai. Everyone else are just dongs. Oh, all right. I fucking guess.
Hey,
all right.
Hey, that one Asian looking kid, he put it on the show.
Yeah, he did. He
put it on the damn show.
He should have been the Karate Kid. Because that motherfucker took the time to train. He didn't just wash cars and entertain old people. Just saying. So then we get to the infamous sweep the leg shit. It's been years since I've studied Taekwondo. It's been years. And UTBABYA will probably challenge me on this one, but I could have sworn a side kick to the thigh was legal. I don't know about the jumping aspect.
So incidental contact to the thigh is okay, but deliberate contact is not.
Okay.
So I don't not necessarily contact, but like impact. So you can leg check all you want, but you shouldn't be targeting the leg for kicking.
Okay, so going fucking airborne and blading the side of someone's thigh. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's at least a warning.
Okay, that's fair.
At least a warning.
Yeah, like I actually got a couple warnings because these kids. I don't know if you guys remember Karate America.
Fuck yeah.
Like that chain of schools. So the ones.
Wait,
that
wait,
were
wait a
in
second.
Wisconsin-
Were you a part of Karate America?
Fuck no.
Oh, okay. I was about to unplug your fucking mic, bro.
So the ones, yeah, no. So the ones that were in like my area in like southern, and well, not just southern, but in Wisconsin, a lot of them taught their kids to like basically stand on one leg with their kicking leg chambered for like a side kick, and hop in towards your opponent, kicking at them, because you couldn't sweep, right? And you weren't supposed to, like, it was just a super cheap way of gaming the tournament, right?
Gotcha.
Because of the rules. Well, my my dad just decided, he was gonna give me some of that Mexican border town street knowledge, and he goes, "All right, you're just gonna kick straight through that stupid fucking leg shield they're doing." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Find the center of that kid's thigh with your heel and put him on his ass." And so I did that a couple times, and I got one warning, but the kid stopped doing it, so it worked. And yeah.
Okay, so you was on that LaRusso shit. Okay, I got you. Mental note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, you got to set the tone. You got to set the tone.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that shit's that is that jumping, just downward chopping sidekick to the leg. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's a no-go. Okay.
Yeah.
So then that brings me to the return of the fucking demon hands. I need someone to help me understand, because again, my mind works differently than other people. Because how this scene plays out in my head, Daniel's son is laying there, they're having this fucking lame-ass pep talk about, hey, I could have been great, I could have made it. Miyagi's like, oh, I'm so proud of you. And it's like, man, I just really wish I could have just, proven to whatever that I'm not a fucking cuck, and I'm not just a boy bitch, oh man, I wish. And Miyagi's like, yeah, I mean, I guess you got to come back to fucking, washing my car, whatever. And dude's like, hey, you think you could, do that, do that hand job? What? The fucking magic hands, clap them hands together. Because, bro, for years, I've been trying to understand. You see him clap his hands together. You see his hands go down off screen. And then there's just an awkward shot of Daniel's face. And next thing you know, you just see his girl running out of the fucking locker room. And they're about to announce my man the winner. And she whispers some shit in his ear. And dude's like, oh, LaRusso's gonna fight? Oh shit, LaRusso's gonna fight. Okay, he comes hobbling out the back, limping, I guess, because of the leg kick. We'll go with that, maybe. Or perhaps he's been relieved. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know. But I'm not convinced that dude was able to just massage the pain out of his leg and massage the ability for him to stand on that shit back into it.
Oh, and let's remember that scene where he's on the gurney. That scene starts with a doctor standing over him going,
yes!
All right, I'll let the judges know.
Yes!
Like, a doctor just, like, they didn't say, and, obviously on purpose, they didn't say what the issue was, because otherwise, the movie ends.
Mm-hmm.
But
the point is, this movie should have been ordered from Dr. Stoppage.
A legit medical physician was like, man, you did good out there, son, but your day is done today. Oh, hang on. Okay. Cut to black. Okay. Here comes Ali running out. And then we have a good 2 minutes of him hobbling around on one leg and Johnny chasing after him. And again, some of this segment kind of is off to me, because there's a lot of takedowns and a lot of shots on the ground, but yet nobody's calling any points. Nobody's calling any fouls. Like there's a lot of dirty shit going on in this fight. So I get it.
Really, really want to see Cobra Kai lose somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Now, again, I go back to Kreese looking at Johnny's nose. Him looking at it, a little bit of blood, he wipes it off with his finger or whatever. Dudes just want to make sure his nose isn't broken. Motherfucker's like, sweep the leg. Dude's like, hey man, that's fucking illegal. Sweep the leg. See, this is where I got fucked up because I assumed, again, I'm going back as a kid. I'm thinking when he meant sweep the leg, I thought he was just going to kick his fucking leg out from under him and that was it. I didn't know he was going to go fucking airborne and just hurl his body weight onto that shit.
That wasn't the sweep the leg part. So the sweep the leg, he said to Johnny after.
Oh, that's right. That's right. After.
Before he says put him out of commission.
Yeah, put him out. That's right. Yeah, put him out of commission.
Yeah.
So when I hear that, I'm thinking like, okay, Kreese clearly has murder on his fucking mind. He just wants dude to go out there and just fucking murder the kid. So I'm with that because you got to say whatever you got to say to motivate your fighters or whatever. But again, you've just taken direct contact to the face. Your nose is bloody. And dude's looking at Johnny like, do you have a problem with that? And dude's like, no, sensei, I could win this shit fairly. Which is clearly what he was going to do. He was trying to win it fairly. And correct me if I'm wrong, but after Johnny hits him with whatever shit and dude hits the ground, does he or does he not apologize to Daniel? I could have sworn he apologized.
No, that was the
Bobby?
kid who put him out of commission when he
so
I thought...
so that was Bobby, which is also the same guy.
The conscience, right?
That tried to stop Johnny from beat him up. After the dance.
That's right. You're right. Okay, yeah, you're right. My bad.
And it's a lot of foreshadowing in that as well.
There is a shit ton of foreshadowing in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting those two mixed up. My bad. Then we get to the infamous crane kick, which has been debated amongst point karate stylists and full contact stylists for years. Especially when you break down that the crane kick is nothing more than a fucking jumping double fucking front kick or a bicycle kick, but whatever. It's whatever. Johnny gets hit, direct contact right in the face. Bow. Do-do-do. Everyone's happy. The movie's over. They chant. They hold him up on their fucking shoulders. He's now the hero of this town. Fuck Cobra Kai. Johnny, in true real deal fashion, snatches the fucking trophy from the fucking referee and hands it to LaRusso and says, "You're all right, LaRusso, whatever." His only non-garbage move this entire movie. And LaRusso says nothing back to him.
Oh, I think he says, "Thanks, man."
That's bullshit. That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing. That's not squashing a fucking beef. That's not squashing a fucking beef at all. The issue that I have is if we stopped this fight prior because dude got hit in the fucking nose, why would we not have stopped it after the crane kick?
Agreed.
Why would there not be a reset? And I've never understood that.
Disqualification.
No, okay,
well, I got a bunch of questions because you kind of got away from the rules about we was talking about the rules a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You was talking about how there's a lot of things that didn't score. So what's scoring criteria for that type of tournament? Because I've seen Johnny land a few different shots.
He landed honestly, he won that fucking fight by a fucking landslide. If you're going off the point system, and again, it's different per tournament, but primarily it goes any solid technique to a vital area, a punch to the midsection, point, a kick to the round kick to the side of the head, point. If they allow leg kicks to the leg, points.
No,
in this one I don't think. Yeah, with this one there's no leg kicks.
Yeah, I like how Daniel and Miyagi didn't know the rules. She had to fucking tell them the rules when they were walking in.
Yeah.
So it was anything above the waist, torso or head was a point.
Right. Torso, head, a point. Arms, if you punch someone in the arm, it's considered a block. You don't get a point for that. There were plenty of shots he fucking landed that, for whatever reason, were not counted as points. And they have, a lot of those tournaments have what's called an action rule. If I score a takedown and I connect to your torso or I connect to your head, I get a point, we stand up. If I get a takedown and don't land anything, nothing happens, we both stand up. So the scene where he takes fucking Daniel-san down and dude fucking clocks him in the chest, that should have been a point, and then you stand back up. Or hell, even when Daniel-san did it back to Johnny.
Yeah.
He caught him with a full-on sweep, took his ass down, landed the reverse punch, got nothing.
Unless were they scoring, was it just more points for that one, or no?
I thought it was, I can't remember, I thought it was 3 points.
Yeah, it's a 3-point rule.
Yeah, because they were like 2-2 at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should have been a shit ton of points then.
Exactly.
That fight should have been over halfway through.
Exactly. And then even, okay, let's just pretend Boom. Daniel-san gets a point taken away from the direct contact because of the fucking bloody nose shit. Okay. Let's say that knocks him back down to 1. Fine. If he doesn't score anything else other than that crane kick, bam, that would be your second warning. You would get a point deduction. Johnny would still win, even by default.
Well, I mean, Johnny would have to get some points taken away too, though.
I counted 1.
Yeah,
One
there's
point,
like
technically.
one that I can think of.
But if you count that strike where he got the sweep and he kind of elbowed him in the chest, the fight was over with.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, like I said, I was confused about the rules because again, with that, Johnny did lose that punch across the face. He lost a point for that.
Mm-hmm.
So the kick should have been the same thing.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So they would have been both at probably 1 point at this point.
Yeah, at this point, they both should be negated back to 1. If you're going by all the other shots just magically didn't count, you should be back to 1.
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe they were just getting points taken away, and that's what made the fight so long.
Perhaps. You know, I can ride with that. Maybe that's
I feel
what's going on.
I feel like they were trying to go for the idea of that montage as like a bunch of shit happening, and they weren't really showing us all of the points or like all of the action. I don't know. It's kind of what it felt like.
Because and here's the other thing: how did he beat Dutch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's been debated. That's been debated for years.
Right. Because that damn kick that Dutch landed on him should have put his ass out.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
It should have been Johnny Lawrence and that Asian dude in the fucking finals.
Yeah. And they nerfed that Asian guy.
they did. God damn,
they
did.
nerfed him so damn.
Man.
Oh man.
They fucking rode him dirty. That was just fucked. Man. So Lobo, you ready to try to synopsize this whole shit for us?
I'm going to tap out and let you do it.
All right, fuck it, I'll do it. All right. The Karate Kid, a coming-of-age story of a foul-mouthed fucking New Jerseyan who has left his sweet, sweet, wonderful, clean hometown of Garbage City to move down to California. I should say move across the USA to California, to where he then befriends a Hispanic dude for about 4 or 5 scenes, and then he's never seen again. And that poor man is the true star of the story, because not only did he get hit in the face with a fence, he invited him to a fucking beach party, to which he was then ceremoniously mocked and ridiculed for bringing a cuck to the party. We meet Daniel LaRusso, as I say before, a cuck, a true garbage person, who befriends and maliciously stalks another garbage person by the name of Allie. True queen.
Allie with an I.
Allie with an I. True queen, bitch, garbage hoe herself. Who somehow has this magic snatch that just makes individuals commit crimes and do stupid shit. And then through her we meet Johnny Lawrence, another piece of human garbage. Motorcycle riding, joint smoking, skeleton crew dressing almost borderline clans-ish, but
it was
they were teeter-tottering.
It
was very clanese. Let's go that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then through a series of misadventures and ass beatings at the hand of one Daniel LaRusso, we then meet local busybody, ball destroyer, child beater, horrible handyman, karate wizard, and possibly adult film star fluffer. I'm not exactly sure. I'm still on the fence with the whole magic hands. And then what proceeds is a unique montage after montage of slave labor, teenage antics, karate training.
Underage provision.
Yes, underage provision, youth smiles, pasta on groin areas. I almost forgot, balancing on the bow of a boat, practicing your inside and outside blocks. And, of course, balancing on wood. Yes. We then meet a one Kreese, head instructor, karate master, overall child batterer, karate badass, leader, founder, creator of Cobra Kai, whom believes that the enemy deserves no mercy, and that killing a child is okay, as long as it's in the name of karate. Because he flat out tells Johnny to fucking finish him in true sadistic fucking manner. Oh yeah, we also meet some other people whose names I don't fucking know, like, Allie's bitch friend, and once again, local Hispanic guy that was only in 4 scenes in the very beginning. Oh, yeah, we also meet Daniel's mom, but fuck her, she sucks too, 'cause she's fucking garbage. And then proceeds to guide us into the world's most well-crafted and well-choreographed karate tournament of ups and downs, oohs and ahs, nerfed Asians, Dutch getting completely fucked out of a title, and let's not forget the longest 3-point fight in the history of point fucking karate, to which Daniel-san is lifted upon the shoulders of his peers, of individuals that bothered to not even fucking speak to him for an entire school year. But now that he has this trophy, he's now the fucking biggest cock on the walk, and Johnny now assumes the role of cuck. Yeah! Karate Kid, 1984. By the way, greatest soundtrack ever. Cruel Summer, you're the best. Great fucking songs. My overall rating of this craptacular karate flick, for the nostalgic purposes, fight scenes, and just overall enjoyability, this gets a solid 10 for me. And this is the first time I've ever rated garbage as a 10. Because Daniel LaRusso is garbage, his mom is garbage, Johnny Lawrence is garbage, Miyagi is garbage, Allie's a whore, and she's garbage. Garbage, 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 garbage. Yeah, there you go. Karate Kid.
Holy shit.
Tell 'em why you really mad.
So how do you gentlemen rate this film with these garbage people?
I mean, of course, it's gonna get a 10 from me. I mean, it's a classic. Debating on who's the bad guy, who's worse. Again, they're all pretty messed up people, of course. Just like in
Allie's
any
the
real
fucking
world.
ringleader.
Yeah, but for the most part, it's still a 10. It's a great movie. Good storyline overall. It's timeless. Yeah.
Agreed. UTBABYA.
Yeah, I agree. It has. What's funny is, like, if someone just took a little more time and rewrote the screenplay and extracted the characters into a little bit more, just a little bit more caricature of, like, the values that they wanted the characters to embody, it has all of the elements of being like a classic story, like one that would stand for a long time, I think. But it's I have to say, my favorite thing about this movie is the fact that the ref that we see at the end tournament, the one with the just extravagant mustache.
It is a thing of beauty.
Isn't
you
he
guys-
the choreographer?
Pat
Do you
Johnson.
guys remember seeing him in another movie?
He was in the Octagon.
Because
I think he was the.
It took me about. What'd you say?
He was in the Octagon. He was on. He's been on a number of episodes of Walker, Texas Ranger.
He was also the enforcer trying to collect the debt from Mr. Roper.
Yes, he was.
The beginning of Enter the Dragon.
Yep.
And it took me about
Holy
5
shit,
minutes.
yes.
Oh man,
minutes?
stop playing.
5 minutes of just my brain on overdrive trying to figure out where the fuck I had seen that guy before. And when it popped into my head, it was like the most satisfying thing that I've remembered. So yeah, just for him alone, I give the movie a 10.
Nice. 10s all around.
But yes, all the
so
other
far.
shits. It's an excellent movie. 10s all around.
Lobo.
I just read it.
I don't regret letting you do the movie synopsis at all. That was awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm agree with you guys. This movie is a classic. I do agree with UTBABYA. If it was just rewritten, it could be an all-time classic. But yeah, I'm going to give this movie a 10.
That's what's up. So we're all in agreement. 10s all around. This movie is definitely a fucking classic. This movie is going to stand the test of time forever, as far as I'm concerned. Justice. What's our technique of the day, sir?
Technique of the day. Gotta give it to Dutch, man. The way him and LaRusso, he threw a heel kick, like what was it, inside crescent kick, and reversed it back around to a roundhouse. Caught him inside the dome. I mean, it was clean. Choreography was clean. No complaints here. You can't do any better than that. There was a couple of other moves too by the Asian guy. I can't find his damn name. But he had a jumping spinning back kick that was just, the timing on it was damn near perfect.
I want to know
Like,
who the fuck that guy is, because that dude was fucking fantastic.
and the only thing you know is through that whole. And I think here's the thing: when we think about the song from the Karate Kid, "You're the Best Around," he is he is all over that whole scene. Like it's mostly
He is.
him
Yeah, it's mostly him.
kicking the shit out of people, and you're like, who the fuck is this guy?
He's the Karate Kid.
Right, he
Yeah,
is
it's
the
like
Karate Kid.
Could not.
So yeah,
agree more.
his jumping spinning back kick to the body, timing perfect. Dutch's inside crescent kick to a roundhouse to the head of LaRusso, perfect.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, but at the beginning, like when Daniel's talking with Ali, like for the first part of the movie,
Mhm.
Daniel has game.
And now I'm cutting off the recording. Gentlemen, that was all I had in terms of us discussing 1984's The Karate Kid. I thank you guys for coming out, and as always, excellent fucking show. It was great shooting the shit with you guys, and thank you for letting me vent about my feelings and issues towards garbage people. Let's get the fuck out of here. Be sure to listen, like, share, and subscribe for all the latest episodes, news, and updates. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at fistfights.friedricepodcast or at H8L.muay thai. On Twitter, follow us at H8L_Fight Talk.